Hey everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm sure guessing based on the quality of the video that you're seeing, you could have guessed it already. But my wife, Chat, asked me to substitute in for her in this latest video so that I can share with any of you Americans in the house an overlooked resource that might help you with any immigration issues you may have. And this is a great resource to rely upon that even attorneys sometimes forget about. I'm hoping that it's something that's going to help you in your immigration quest. And for all you Filipinos in the house, please do share with your American loved ones because this is something that they can do to kind of help the process along. And it's really simple. We're going to be looking at how you can get in touch with elected officials in the United States who are more than willing to provide services for their constituents. And taking a step back, this really does fall within our representatives' wheelhouse because it's the legislature that gives authority to all these different agencies. And then, the agencies come up with all the rules and stuff, but the legislature still likes to keep a close eye on how the agencies are performing the duties they've been tasked with. And so there is a role there for the legislature to provide oversight. And then, because they are our elected officials, our members of Congress, they do like to provide these services on behalf of their constituents because they know that it buys them goodwill and potentially votes in the future. And, I found it to be incredibly helpful to reach out and get the assistance of my local elected officials. And after this video, you will be able to do the same. So the very first step that you're going to need to take, when reaching out is figuring out who's the appropriate person. And so, the first thing I want to share with you on my screen, this is a website, govtrack.us/congress/members/map. And here you're simply able to enter in your full address if you wanted to, or simply a zip code. And it'll give you a list of all the senators and then the particular for your state. Each state has two. And then the particular congressperson that is the representative from your district. In this case, John Larson. What's nice about a site like this, you could go to either the Senate's page and look for your senators, and then go to the House of Representatives page and find your representative that way. But this is one-stop shopping, and from here I can just pop out to the official website. And so I have worked with Chris Murphy's office in the past, Senator Murphy, and they've been very helpful. And so just to give you an idea, from here we can click out and we land on the page. And so this is kind of the next step in the process where you need to figure out, how exactly to communicate what it is that you need from their office. And I found this to be true for all the different elected officials. Their websites that I've looked at is that a lot of times you can come up and you'll see a tab where they list all the services that they help their constituents with. And so that's the best place, depending on who your representative is, that's where you can find something like this here, help with a federal agency. And that's what we're looking for here. Depending on the nature of the help you're looking for, it might be USCIS, it might be, the State Department. Either way, these representatives have contacts in various federal agencies, and so they can kind of do some interfacing with those various agencies to help you with your requests. And so if we were to click on this, we get a form that we can fill out. Now, I should, emphasize the fact that it's important that these people are actually your representatives. They get emails all the time, and, they really don't want to be hearing from people that aren't someone that's going to be voting for them in the future, if we're being cynical about it. They only have so much time. They want to spend that time on their constituents. And so it is important that you make sure that you find the right representative, because if not, they might just reject your request and might not let you get in touch. But you can fill out all this information and then click submit. You are going to have to pick the agency specifically and then write information about what exactly it is that you need help with. For all of these different elected officials, they are going to require that you fill out a privacy release form, and this gives them permission to interact with the agency on your behalf. Now, on this senator's website, you can preemptively click here to download the form. And you can fill it out and give them the information you need. What I did though is I had just clicked submit, and then they followed back up with an email asking for this form. And so in that way, I was able to fill it out using a PDF form filler and then send it back in just via email. I will say, again, like this is a hugely helpful tactic. Chad is better at remembering the details of our immigration journey and getting her here. But if memory serves me correct, we were having a really hard time pinning down USCIS about her work documents and her travel documents, and they weren't even confirming that they'd received our request. And so I did reach out to a member of Congress, and within a week or so, USCIS was on the ball, and those documents came through. Maybe it was just a coincidence, but I like to think that just putting a little bit of pressure on the agency helped, and it can make all the difference. Now, I will have to say that all of these elected officials are going to tell you that, of course, they can't guarantee results for you, and they can't really, make the case for you with the agencies. What they're able to do is kind of, facilitate some of the logistics and ask questions on your behalf about where things stand, which is good. Also, they can just tell you what needs to happen, with the immigration process. If you're thinking about filing some complicated emergency request, asking an elected official the best way to do that makes a lot of sense. They deal with these requests all the time, and they oftentimes, are positioned to kind of give you advice where maybe on the internet you're reading one thing or another and it's a little bit confusing. Elected officials' office can help you cut through some of that because they have the day-to-day experience that it's really hard to kind of make up for when you're just scrolling the internet and reading things. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I always think it's best to just ask those that have the knowledge. And in this case, elected officials could be a secret weapon that you guys can take advantage of to try and make the process as efficient and smooth as possible. Thank you for watching this, my first foray into YouTube. I hope it's been informative. Simple video today, but very effective. Chat sends her best. I know you'll probably be looking forward to her coming back soon. We all are. She's got the skills to pay the bills. I'm just a substitute for the day. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.